Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Champions playthrough. Today we're going to be doing a playthrough with Gamora versus Magneto. I think the modular set we're using is Sinister Syndicate. I think that's what it is. But let's get into Gamora stuff first because the Magneto stuff's a little more involved. So we've got Gamora here. Her alter ego side, Gamora Recovery 3, Skilled Tactician. You may include 6 attack or thwart events in your deck from any other aspect of your chosen aspect. We're using Aggression, but we have 6... justice events that are attack or thwart. Action, look at the top card of your deck. If it's attack or thwart event, draw it. And then on our hero side, Gamora, we're a 2/2/2. Finesse, response, after you play an attack event, remove 1 threat from a scheme, limit once per phase. And then precision, response, after you play a thwart event, deal 1 damage to an enemy, limit once per phase. So she's going to do a lot of output here. We've got Magneto. We're going to be doing the first scheme. The first main scheme is Asteroid M. We are using Standard 3, and we are using Sinister Syndicate. Setup is set orbital decay side scheme aside. Reveal the boarding party side scheme. And then when room revealed, there's nothing here. It starts with 1. It'll pop at 5. Force response after you place a magnetic counter on the scheme. If there are at least 3 magnet counters, here discard cards from the encounter deck until a magnetic card is discarded. Reveal that card, and then remove 3 magnet counters from the scheme. So we'll come in with the threat. Boarding party comes in. So this says Magneto cannot have more than 6 sustained damage. When defeated, flip this and reveal Sabotage Master Mold. So it comes in with 3. So we can only do 6 damage to him. He comes in with 18 health. He's got steady and toughness. He's 2/2, and then when he attacks you, place a magnet counter on the main scheme. All right, so we're going to start with 10 health. He's going to start with 18 health. Got our health dice over here. We're using Standard 3, so because it's still new, we'll go over this. Setup after force response after you place a pursuit counter here. If the number of pursuit counters here is at least 3 more than the number of players, remove each counter here. If your nemesis is in play, it activates against you. Otherwise, flip this card over. And when you flip it, after you flip this side, find your nemesis minion and reveal it. Search the set-aside area for your nemesis minion, a side scheme, and reveal it. Shuffle your remaining set-aside nemesis set in the encounter deck, flip this card over. So, 4 pursuit counters will put us into that position. So let's go and get started here. Look at our hand. Let's see what we got. So we've got so he's got steady, which means we can't do like stunning or anything like that at the beginning. I would like to kind of pass this through because once we pass all these through, we can stun him, which is kind of the goal. So we'll keep set the pace. All this other stuff is just too expensive and not really worth it. So I'm actually going to discard all this other stuff. We're going to keep Power of Aggression, keep set the pace, and we're going to draw up. Okay. So let's first off do Plan of Attack. Search the top 4 cards of your deck, 7 if instead of your alter ego, for an attack event, and add that card to your hand, shuffle your deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this being an attack event here, we have Concussive Blow, Decisive Blow, Press the Advantage, and Cross Counter. I can clear the area on boarding party. That'll let me remove a threat. That'll let me remove a threat. Those are getting shuffled back in. Decisive Blow would do 7 if we do a thwart event. I'm going to maybe get Cross Counter. We'll shuffle everything else back in. And I don't think I've done my action to look at the top card of my deck if it's an attack or thwart event. I don't think I've done that. We discarded those. We had... Yeah, I haven't done that yet either because we still have 6 cards. A Plan of Attack replaced Cross Counter. Cross Counter replaced Plan of Attack. So let's use our ability to look at the top card of our deck. If it's attack or thwart event, draw it. And it's a thwart event, so we're going to take that. We're going to flip to hero side. We're going to do... oh, he comes in with toughness. I didn't mark that. We're going to do set the pace. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. So we're going to remove that threat. It's going to activate Finesse. She's going to ping the damage off of him. We are going to discard... Decisive Blow for clear the area to remove this. We're going to draw a card because clear the area, remove the last threat from a scheme. So boarding party is going to flip to Sabotage Master Mold. Magneto cannot take more than 12 damage. Reveal set aside orbital decay when defeated and add this card to your victory display. Again, this comes in with 3. let's thwart 2 off of here. Let's discard forward momentum for another clear the area. We'll remove the threat from this. We'll draw a card. This is going to go to our victory display. We're going to get orbital decay. Flip. Magneto cannot sustain more than 18 damage. And then when defeated, flip and reveal physical strain. So we've got that. Let's discard Power of Aggression for Spider-Girl. She comes in after you play Spider-Girl from your hand, stun and confuse a minion. There is no minion to stun or confuse, but she'll come in. And let's go ahead and have her thwart 2 off of there. Or 1 off of there, sorry. We're going to keep Mockingbird, and we're going to keep Cross Counter, and we're going to draw up. Okay. So let's go ahead and ready up, and it's going to be villain phase, so we're going to flip that over. He's going to attack for 2. We're going to have Spider-Girl block. So he attacks for 2, 3, 4. Spider-Girl's defeated. Since he attacked us, we're going to add a magnet counter. Oh, 1 magnet counter, not 2. We're going to play a card from the counter deck. Drawing near. Okay, it's an obligation. After your turn begins, discard the top card of your deck. Place 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past for each printed resource on there. And then as an alternate action, discard an identity-specific card from your hand. Discard this card. So we've got this. So after your turn begins, discard the top card of your deck. We're going to place 1 pursuit counter here. All right. Okay, so we've got a few options here. We're going to thwart 2 with Gamora. It's going to get rid of orbital decay. When it flips, it becomes physical strain attached to Magneto, and it's permanent. He loses steady, so he can be stunned and confused now. Obviously, this is the kind of the goal of what we want to do here. We are then going to... yeah, I just did normal basic one. We are going to keep that, I think... I want to get Mockingbird in, stun him, but I want to flip down and get rid of this. We might, Ashford M just might pop. Let's do set the pace, remove a threat, and then it'll deal damage because of our finesse. I'm sorry, our precision. Then we're going to flip. We're going to discard an identity-specific card and discard Cross Counter to get rid of drawing near. Actually, before I did that, let me undo that real quick. Let's do Acrobatic Move, deal 2 damage to an enemy. So he's down to 15. Remove a threat because of finesse. Then I'm going to flip down. Then I'm going to discard Cross Counter to get rid of drawing near. And then we're going to end our go. Actually, hold on, let me do our ability here. We'll look at the top card. It is not a it's not a attack or thwart event. So we're going to end our go. We're going to keep both of these, and we're going to draw up. Okay. So threat's going to be added to the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2, 3, choose and discard 1 identity-specific card from your hand. So he's going to scheme for 3. An identity-specific card we're going to discard. I'm going to get rid of Gamora's sword. We're going to play a card from the encounter deck. It's going to be Beetle. Force response after Beetle attacks and damages you. Discard the lowest upgrade you control. She comes in with 4. All right. So let's do our ability again. We're going to look at the top card of our deck. It is not what we want it to be, but that's fine. Let's flip to Gamora. We are going to discard Martial Prowess for Keen Instincts. Keen Instincts is exhaust Keen Instincts to generate a wild resource for an attack or thwart event. We are going to exhaust Keen Instincts and Strength for Dropkick. Dropkick says deal 4 damage to an enemy if you paid using only fist resources. Stun that enemy and draw a card. We used 2 fists and a wild for the other fist to do 4 damage. So he's at 11. He is stunned. And we're going to draw a card. Because we played an attack event, we are going to remove a threat. We are going to use 2 here to hit Beetle. I think that's all I can do. So we're going to keep this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The threat gets added. He goes to attack but cannot. She's attacking for 2. We take the hit. I don't have anything for that, do I? I don't. I have disc. Oh. I'm going to block it. So then after she attacks and damages you, she didn't damage me, so we don't discard that card, so we're good. Alright. Encounter card. Magnetically sealed. 1 revealed, play 2 additional threat here for each ally in play, and then, so it's just 2. Okay. Alright. So let's discard these 2 for Mockingbird. After Mockingbird enters placed on an enemy. You know how this is going to go. And then we're going to play Forward Momentum, remove 3 threat from a scheme. So we're going to remove the threat from here. In doing so, we're going to do 1 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do damage to Beetle. And then the question is, we're just going to do it. We're going to use Mockingbird to fight Beetle and take Beetle out. All right, let's draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the last threat's going to go off of here. We have Factory Online. When revealed, place 1 magnetic count here. If Sabotage Master is not in the victory display, the first player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of M-type Sentinel reveal minion and reveals it. So we don't have that, but we are going to add an additional counter. And then we're going to flip this, and then the same thing after a force response after you place a magnet counter on this card. If there's at least 3 counters here, discard cards from the counter deck until a magnetic card is discarded and reveal that card. Then remove 3 magnet counters from this card. It starts with 1 and it goes up 1 every villain phase. He's going to attack but cannot. We're going to play a card from the counter deck. Shocker! After Shocker attacks, stun the attacking character. Alright, Argo. So, we've got a couple options here. Do I have a thwart event? It'd be nice, because I could just swing at Magneto, but we're probably going to try to take out Shocker before anything else. So we have this confuse an enemy if you paid using a fist resource, deal 3 damage to the enemy. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do Keen Instincts, we're going to do Decisive Blow and Downtime to do to confuse Magneto. And then it's going to do 3 damage because we paid with fist resources. We are going to do Acrobatic Move, do 2 damage to Shocker. It's going to remove a threat because of this. Oh, I already removed the threat because Concussive Blow, so never mind. Uh-oh, that sleeve is messed up. Let me fix that. It's important to always keep sleeves on hand. Yeah, that card, we're going to do this to do 2 damage to Shocker. We're going to do 2 damage to Shocker with Gamora, and we're going to do 1 damage with Mockingbird. Shocker is defeated. He's confused because of Concussive Blow. We are going to flip down. We're going to do our ability, and that is not a card we can take, but we're going to draw up to our hand size. Do I want to keep Press the Advantage? I'm going to discard Press the Advantage. Okay. There's another Keen Instincts. Perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll add threat to the main scheme. He's going to thwart, or he's in the scheme, but he can't. Boomerang. After Boomerang attacks you, deal 1 damage to each ally you control. Okay. Let's use our ability here to look at the top card of our deck. It is not an attack or thwart event, so we're not going to get to take it. Okay. Let's see, what do we want to do? I feel like I kind of have to deal with Boomerang. Let's discard Plan of Attack for another Keen Instincts. Let's flip. Let's use our 2 Keen Instincts and Fury for Concussive Blow. That's going to confuse Magneto. Deal 3 damage because we used a fist resource, because these wilds are fists, so it's going to deal 3 damage. He's at 5. This is also going to remove a threat because we played an attack event. We're going to discard cross counter for press the advantage, deal 2 damage to an enemy. If that enemy is stunned or confused, draw a card. So we're going to draw a Nebula. It's going to bring an encounter card out. We're going to have Nebula swing for 2 on him, and we're going to end our go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're going to add threat to the main scheme. He's going to attack us. We're going to have Mockingbird block, so he's going to attack for 2, 3, 4. Mockingbird's been defeated, but we're going to add a third magnet counter, which is going to remove it, and we're going to discard cards until a magnetic card has been revealed. Is that a magnetic card? Sure is. We have Magnetic Mayhem, so it comes in with 4 threat. It gives the villain a boost icon. When defeated, the player who defeated the scheme discards the top 4 cards in the encounter deck. The player places 1 magnet counter on the main scheme for each magnetic card discarded this way. Comes with 4. He's going to attack for 1. We're going to take the hit. And then because of his ability, we would deal 1 damage to ally we control, but we have no allies. So then here are our encounter cards. So encounter card number 1 will be Sieged. Oh gosh. When revealed, each player places the top 6 cards of their deck face down here. When defeated, Magneto activates against you. Whoever defeated the scheme, discard the cards under here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When revealed, each player places the top 6 cards of their deck face down here. When defeated, Magneto activates against you. The player who defeated the scheme, discard cards underneath here. So that's a bummer. And then and that comes in with 3 threat. We have our second encounter card, which is Magnetic Bubble. Magneto gains Retaliate 1. When Magneto would take any amount of damage, place it here instead. Then, if the 8 or more damage are here, discard this card. So it's attached to Magneto. All right. So we just got kind of like a lot going on there. Okay. So, oh dear. Let's discard Hall of Heroes and Power of Aggression for Nebula. When she enters play, search your deck and discard search your deck for attack or thwart event. Now, I want to probably thwart some stuff. So what do we have to thwart? Probably just clear the area. Don't I have... I thought she had a... Oh, I'm looking for the event that lets me remove 3 threat from a scheme, and it's stuck under there. Okay, well, let's get... Search, okay, so when she enters play, search your deck for an attack or thwart event and add to your hand. So kind of the thing is, I'm not super worried about Magnetic Mayhem. I'm more concerned about this, and I want to deal with him. So I think if we do set the pace, yeah, we'll get set the pace. Or although, and hold on. Decisive blow, no. If I clear the area, I can get a card draw. Maybe this is what we will use. Okay, we're going to clear the area. We are going to have Nebula thwart 2 from here. We're going to use Keen Instincts for clear the area to finish this off. We're going to get our card draw. That's gone. These get discarded, right? Discard cards under here. Because the card I was looking for was Forward Momentum. Then he is going to attack us. Attack us for 2. We're going to take the hit. 3, 4. We're down to 5. We're going to add a magnet counter. Oh, 6. Sorry, 6 because of that. Then... Oh, I guess I could have did cross counters. Let me... Well... Yeah, let me do cross counter. I forgot to do this. So if I do cross counter, I would... Because that's going to give me 3 by default. So then I only take 3 damage instead of 5. And then prevent, so yeah, so I'm going to do cross counter. So I would have prevented the 3 from that, and then the 2 additional would have just hit me. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of that damage, deal 1 damage to the enemy, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So we're going to deal 1 damage to an enemy, which is going to be him. We're going to remove 1 threat from a scheme. This is an attack, a defense, and a thwart event. We've already done our attack event, or a thwart event to do a damage, which I didn't even do. I didn't do the damage. So I guess I'll have damaged him, and that just gets put here, and it's not an attack. The thwart event, or the attack event now that damages him, is going to remove a threat from there. Okay, I hope I caught all that. If I did it, if I misdid that, I apologize. I think I caught it all, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay. So, just to recap. We did clear the area. Removed the threat to draw a card. Activated that thing, but I would 2 damage because of this. That damage is done to Boomerang. But it's just damage and it's not an attack. Then when I take the damage, I do cross counter. I only take 3 damage. But cross counter lets me remove a threat, so we remove a threat. Lets me do damage to an enemy, do damage to him. Again, it's, oh, it is an attack event, so I will take a retaliate. So hold on. Let's switch it, and we will do precision to him to put the 1 damage here. When he takes any amount of damage, put it here. We will do cross counter and do the attack to him, remove the threat from there, and then stop 3 damage. And then because we did a thwart event, I'm sorry, because we did an attack event, we removed another threat from there. I think that's all correct. Again, if I misdid that, I apologize. A lot was happening there. We're going to use Gamora to finish off Boomerang. So he's defeated. And then we are going to discard Ironheart for press the advantage. We're going to do 2 damage to an enemy if they're stunned or confused. If they're stunned or confused, we're going to draw a card. If they're confused, we're going to do 2 damage to Magnetic Bubble. We're going to take a damage from Retaliate. We're going to draw a card. I'm going to keep this in my hand. We're going to flip down. We're going to look at our top card of our deck. It is an attack event. We're going to keep it. And then we're going to end our go. I think I'm going to discard Dropkick. We're going to keep Decisive Blow. Okay. Alright, Magneto's going to scheme but cannot. We have this here. Crime pays. When revealed, search the encounter deck for a criminal minion and put it into play. Engaged with you. If no minions were put into play this way, this card gains Surge. So it comes in with 3. Let's see what we got here. Criminal minion. We have Speed Demon. Oh, why that cleared the area? I don't know why it's in there. Okay. Speed Demon is the only one, so that's the one that's going to be put in play. When Speed Demon attacks, when a Speed Demon attacks that character. When a character attacks Speed Demon attacks that character. Resolve Speed Demon's attack first. Oh. Okay. Okay, so it's our go now. Let's use Plan of Attack. Look at the top 7 cards for an attack event. Let's get a Dropkick. We're going to shuffle up. Let's use our ability. We'll look at the top card of our deck. It is not an attack event. That is okay. Let's flip. Okay. So I think we got to time this correctly. We're going to discard Downtime and Acrobatic Move for Spider-Girl. So she's going to stun and confuse this guy. We are then going to do Keen Instincts and discard Decisive Blow for Dropkick. We're going to do 4 damage to an enemy. So we're going to take that Retaliate and deal 4 damage. Because we used only fists, we're going to draw a card. Then we did an attack event, so let's remove a threat from a scheme. But oh yeah, he's stunned. Sorry, didn't do that. We're going to do Acrobatic Move to deal 2 damage to an enemy. When a character attacks Speed Demon, we'll do the 2 damage here. We're going to take the Retaliate for that. This is going to be discarded because it sustained 8 or more damage. We are going to thwart 2 from here. We're going to thwart 2 from here. She's defeated. And then when this is defeated, discard the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. And for each magnetic card discarded, place a magnet counter on the main scheme. So only 1 was because we have the Sentinels, Sinister Onslaught, and then Magnet Missile. And then she's going to attack him for 2. He attacks, resolve his attack first, but he's stunned, so he's not going to be able to attack. And then I think that's it. So we're going to keep energy and draw up 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're going to add threat to the main scheme. He's going to attack but can't. He's going to attack for 2. We're going to defend it, so we're going to take no damage. We're going to draw an encounter card. Magnet Missile, Surge, defeat and Sentinel minion, then take 5 damage. You may discard X cards from your hand to prevent X damage. Oh gosh. So we have a Surge, but let's... What do we want to discard for this? I'm going to keep this. Or I'm going to keep this. I don't really have room for this. So we're going to discard 4 cards and prevent 4 damage. So we're going to take 1 damage. Here's the Surge. Evil Alliance. Each Nemesis minion in play activates against you. If no minions activated against you, place 3 pursuit counters on Pursued by the Past. Oh gosh. So 3 counters get placed. And then it says Force Response. After a pursuit counter is placed here, if the number is at least 3 more than players, remove each counter if your Nemesis is in play. So we're going to flip this. And then it says after you flip this, find your Nemesis minion and reveal it. So it's Gamora. Find your set aside scheme and reveal it and shuffle these in. So Nebula comes into play. Retaliate 2. Force Interrupt. When this minion would enter play, discard the Nebula ally from Gamora. So that doesn't really affect us. And then we have Siblings Caught as our side scheme. Players other than Gamora cannot remove threat from here. And then Force Response after villain phase begins, deal 1 face down encounter card to Gamora. Oh gosh. And then we're going to flip this card back over. That comes in with 4. Okay. So we're going to play Set the Pace. We're going to move a threat from the scheme. It's going to deal 1 damage because of this to take out Speed Demon. I didn't think this through all that well. We're going to... Actually, we're going to take it from here. So we're going to leave it on there. We're going to flip. We're going to end our go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're going to add threat to the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2. 3, 4, 5. This pops. We get the Rule of Magnus. When revealed, place 2 magnet counters here. If physical strain is not attached to Magneto, the first player searches the encounter deck and discard power for a magnetic attachment and reveals it. And then same thing, Force Response. After you place magnetic counter here and here on the scheme, if there are at least 3 magnet counters here, discard cards from the encounter deck until a magnetic card is discarded. Reveal that card, then remove 3 magnet counters. This one, we lose the game. So there were 2 magnet counters on him. We're placing 2 more. So, and it comes with 1 threat. So we're going to remove 3 magnet counters, they being 1, but we're going to discard till we get a magnetic card. Metal Shards. Oh, after the villain phase begins, give Gamora a face down encounter card. I didn't do that, so my bad. That's timing's not quite right, but when revealed, deal damage to each character you control. Place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. So damage, magnet counter. She schemes for 1, and then we have our 2 encounter cards. So encounter card number 1 is going to be Sentinel M. It's got guard, give Magneto tough status. And we have Electromagnetic Blast. Exhaust each upgrade and support you control. Place a magnet counter on the main scheme. Magnet counter pops to 3. We're going to discard. Oh, there's another magnetic card. Deal 1 damage to each character control. I'm dead. Oh no. That got out of hand. Now the reason I did this was because I played this a second ago and won. So I was like, oh yeah, I can win. This is fine. Gamora, but this is, oh well, you know what? It is what it is. That's gonna be it. This Gamora deck's actually really good. I just didn't play it very well, I guess. I got really screwed over. What really screwed me up, honestly, truly, what screwed me up is this dang. Where is it? This card right here, man. If no minions activated this way, place 3 pursuit counters on pursued by the past. That card really tore me up. But you know what? It just can be that way sometimes. But yeah, this deck's actually really good. This is the deck that I used to do the Guardians or the Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign, and that's what I used to defeat Ronan. So this deck's actually very, very good. I just wasn't very good using it this time. So anyway, that's going to be it. I'm going to come back to some of these these villains because, you know, Magneto's one of those ones. He's like Thanos, right? Like, he's tough, but he's beatable. And I want to come back with them with some of the heroes, but I want to play through everybody at least once before kind of revisiting stuff. So anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much. I was hoping to get a dub on this, but you know what? It is what it is. But that'll be all for today. Thank you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.